Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new Life Makeover reveal video for the upcoming 6-star banner. This is not Infinity Nikki, okay? I've gotten way too many comments every time I do a Life Makeover update video that people talk about Nikki. This is not Nikki. If you leave the comment, that's on you this time, okay? But they just announced the upcoming 6-star sets. I already put it nice here up on the screen. They had a pretty big live stream the other day with a bunch of new updates, announcements, and things that are coming, which are all quite exciting, but very much overwhelming. I don't want to go over all of that today. I think we will be looking at the usual, the sets and the Decom and the SSR and everything, and in the end I'll show you a couple of bits of what I think is interesting to show. But the main thing with this is, normally last time when we had that live stream as well, I wasn't sure if or when we will be getting that on global, or also with the poorly translation from Google, because you know I don't speak any Chinese, is that how and what specifically, and I don't want to give out any false information. So I'm only going to show like a couple of things, but it's mostly going to be your sets. Let's get into it. This is a cultural heritage collab once again. I will have to look up the name after we watch the trailer reveal, but it will be a very traditional set. It's some sort of brush. And there's like an overall theme of masks going around. I don't think this is the reveal trailer. I think this is just the prequel trailer. Maybe. Sorry for the poor order here. We're gonna start off with this one, I guess. And like a mega mask in the back. Okay. The animation is really cool. I love the fluid motion ones. But I will say, as much as she's swinging like her arms and stuff, it looks so messy. Doesn't it? With all the swooshes going around. Alright, and then here we have a brush that turns into a bigger brush with a really cool glowing effect around it. And here we have the mask, which I would assume probably is gonna have a bunch of different modes where you can switch them around and stuff like that, which I think is definitely the coolest part about this set. Same as on her face, having all the different modes. A very rich outfit. You see a lot of different fabrics, a lot of layers. Gorgeous skirts. Ooh, the flamey pointy shoes. I like that they showcase that extra. And of course also the background piece. Okay, that was not the trailer I was waiting to watch, but I'm glad we watched that one first. This set, like I just said, is part of the cultural heritage linkage, so they have done a couple of these where they highlight either a small village or something cultural that they have done in China for a really long time, and then try to show this in an outfit. So this is the, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce this, yeah. The Nuo Yun Rebirth Nuo, and it is from a Nuo opera known as the Living Fossil Drama. It has lasted thousands of years without interruption, though, just kept it going. And it's an ancient dialogue between ancestors and the gods of the heaven and earth. And then there's the powerful Nuo mask and the Nuo dance that are performing the ritual of the exorcism of the Naji. So I think that's the dual modes. I'm trying here. I just want to give a disclaimer. Obviously, I'm not Chinese. I do find the culture very interesting. If I get anything wrong, I didn't mean it in a bad way. Please correct me. I'll say that, okay? The outfit is called Zhu Xiang Wufu. Xiang meaning the mystery of heaven and earth, and Xiang means the solemnity of sacrifice. Wufu means the blessing dance of the purified and the ominous. Okay. There's also here an interview. Unfortunately, This is all also in Chinese with Chinese subtitles, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to understand, so I don't think we're gonna be watching this today. But I think they go into the mask making and the designing here, which I think is pretty interesting. I think that's where they got the inspiration from for the mask. It's time I start picking up Chinese. I think it's a sign. How hard is it? The masks are gorgeous. I don't think there is, because this is a collab, I don't think there is a reveal trailer. She spoke too soon. All the wrong order. I'm so sorry. Reveal trailer. But it's inspired by them talking to the gods through the opera. Ooh, have you seen the outfit like close up first? Looks a lot better in this trailer, I think. Love the mask. I can't wait to see all the modes that it has. It looks gorgeous. I think this is also the dance that they do, so that's probably what we're looking at here. I really like that one with the makeup. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, I'll say. That is so cool. Alright, let me look up a little bit more about this before we have a look at the pictures. Okay, so from the few things I can find about this, it's from the 14th century, and like they also mentions with the Nua culture, which is exercise culture, basically them doing this continuous dance, blending in with their culture and the local customs and folklore life, and create a special kind of sacrificial ceremony, and it would also be performed by soldiers in the Tanpu era of Anshan to entertain the gods and ask for a victory in battle. So it was for sacrifice and blessings, but also for exorcisms, which we learn something every day, that's for sure. The back piece that we saw floating in the back, the mask, will have two different modes, switching from Nua Mother to Kai Shan, which also reflects the mask culture with the multiple meanings in reality. The actual mask that she's wearing will have different emotions based on joy, anger, sorrow, and joy. That's probably like another poor translation once again. Is also in line with the cultural relic. The dress is dual form. Okay, we got a lot of dual form here, okay? We're very excited about this. The dual form dress, partners can freely choose whether silk effect from the arm to waist skirt is present, which is more convenient for the people that use the coats with different effects. There's a coat, which I think was all the extra swirls that we had. Again, we're gonna look at the picture in just a second, but it's just so I can keep an eye out when we're looking at it. A coat will also have two forms with and without ribbons. Then there's also the three-form decoration, which was, I think, was it the mask? Oh, is that I thought that was the brush. I don't know if the mask suspension is the mask that she's wearing, or if that's the mask that's... Oh, that might be the masks that are floating around her. I think the face decoration is the one that she's actually wearing. You can choose from the identity from gods, humans, and ghosts, which... I like that touch as well. Very pretty and very much in theme. There is a dual form handheld which vehicle. Oh, the handheld brush has large and small dual form effects. So the small handles, and if it's the big one, I think it's actually a like mount as well. After obtaining the suit holding the Huang dimming, the flight function of the vehicle costume will automatically be unlocked. So you have to get, I think, the full sets first, what I'm getting from this. And then there's also dual standing posture, that there's two different forms, so like the ways that you can stand. Okay, like more like the dance, and then the one more like the Nuo gods. Wow, okay. The reason that they say here that they have so many dual forms, I think, on all of these items is to extra showcase that there is the way of entertaining the gods and exercising the ghosts, like the dual purpose, the dual purpose of doing this opera dance, which I also think is really nice. Not only is it beneficial, but it matches the lore of this all, you know. Now let's have a look at the picture. So this is our set. We've done a lot of talking, but not much looking yet. I think it is a one piece, but there is a coat like they said too. and then there's one with and without ribbon. So I think the ghost ribbon you see is the difference here. The hair is pink and we have some ribbons in there. It's going to be pretty hard to see what is what because there's just so much going on. I really liked the cinematic trailer, but I really thought that the preview trailer was too messy, like way too messy. The masks, super cool. The one in the back, love to see it. They have been really going off with those and I really like to see it. Alright, so on the hairpiece we also have a giant mask. We have a crown here on the side. We have some extra embellishments, a lot of pearls and jewels here. Wow, very, very detailed. I think the hair is going to be really nice. I would love to see what it looks like with all of the pieces and the hair pieces specifically on others. I think that's a good one to note. Then here we have the hair again. You can see a little bit better here. On one side we have a braid, one going up into a little loop on the top, a braid on the back here as well, and then the two braids going to the side, and I also think in the back. I really like the mask. I think if I would do pulls for this, I don't think I will, but if well, at least I got my free pulls, right? Oh, it got so pretty, the mask. Oh yeah, I really like this. This is very different as well. Then here, another form of the mask, I think. So this might be like the ghost, and then this is like the human version. And there's also the god, but I don't know specifically which one is which. The gloves seem to have nails on it, which I think is also pretty neat because we don't get that too often. But it's not like traditional nails, it's more like rings. So I can expect this to be rings and then the gloves being its own thing. So, you know, Life Makeover these days. And then this is also another mask. So I think this might be the ghost, but also I'm just guessing here. But this is like a showcase of the mask, not really of the outfit itself. Like this, what are we looking at here? Is this the front? Is this the back? I don't know. I do think, okay, again, the details here are nice. I just wish it was a little bit more streamlined because here you have both of the golden masks, which I think look really cool. And I don't know if it's a shading or something, but this one seems to be darker. So again, maybe this one on top here is the gods and then this here is the ghost. Like that's cool, you know. And we have the bell here. We got some lucky coins as well. And more pearl is here. I think this is the back, but oh, this is her arm. This might be the front. I don't know. Here we have the skirt, which has a beautiful gradient I can see going from red to blue with a little purple in between. Then I don't know how to describe this. There's just a lot of fabrics going on here. Another mask, which I think is the background one. Ooh, very pretty, very ghost-like in white. I like the ribbons in the light color. I think it matches a lot better with the black and white. And then her holding, I don't know, is it a brush? I think it is. It might be. And here another one. But we get a lot of close-up of the face, which I think is the highlight of this all, but not much of the dress. So here we have a purple and teal version. Scrolling down, we see some masks, and then here a green and black one. I really like the dark colored version, and then the mask being all pale. Oh, and a green version is very different. I'll say, okay, very different, but it's a lot. I had to look for here for a second, right? Oh, the gloves are dual, look really different on each. On this hand, you can see that her hand is like visible, and the other one is fully covered, so that's another difference, I suppose. So we have had a couple of traditional Chinese sets already, a 4-star and a 5-star and 6 stars. I'm glad that this is what it is because I think this is very different from the other ones we've seen. I do think they have been very original, and I think it helps that they do the collaborations with these people as well, so they really can get into the details. So like the small touches of having so many things dual forms because of the gods and the ghosts, I think is really cool. So yeah, it's very artistic, this one. I think this is like one of the more artistic sets that we've seen in a minute. So I would love to hear what you think of this one. Now let's have a look at our 5-star. This one is a little bit more my style. You could have guessed probably already. It has nothing to do with the 6-star. That's why you didn't see it in the trailer at all. But the hair, the little, what do you call that? The little headpiece, the plushie, the hair, all of it. Pajama party like with the sheep. This is where I think we're gonna get to the point that a couple of things that we're gonna talk about later in this video are very, I feel like, inspired by Nikki, with this being one of them, since we just had the slumber thing, the sets in Nikki, and now we have like the sleepy season. I don't know how long they take to work all these sets, but I doubt this is a coincidence with the sheep, right? I don't know. I really like this set. If this was in a double 5-star, I think I would have pulled for it. Oh, the slippers. I don't like the socks though, but the dress is so cute, and the garter and the hair is so good. Sorry, this is just a lot yapped through all this, but it's so cute. So cute. We got, of course, some pictures. So this is our 5-star. It is adorable. We got a plush sheep. We have a pajama, which I think that will have a better dress off, but there's like a subtle rose pattern, which is just so pretty. Her jacket coat is gloves or a little thingy that goes all the way down with a cape on it with that same rose pattern. Her slippers have a little strap on it, some pearls, simple, classy, cute. The socks are not it, alright? That one gets it though for me, Chief. That's the no. The little frail out, like, it's not realistic, it's just gonna sag off. I don't think it looks good, but just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have the headpiece, and I think this might be an earring with a little heart on the side, and the hair is so cute for this one, with the little swooshies and the front and the back, and like, I really want the hair, but I don't know if I should just pull for just this hair. It's expensive pull, you know, but it's so pretty. In a darker version, okay, if I haven't sold you on it yet, you can just see the dress a little bit better, but not really, I think. A little crisscross on the sheep. Christmas version, because why not? The earring has a flower on it, same as on the top here, so I guess kind of that rosy, floral-y theme going on. I don't know why they went for the Christmas one, also with the Christmas here on the background, but go off, I think. But oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Look at that, the crisscross here, the fuzzy. Maybe that's what's going for the Christmas set, but wow, yeah, I really like this set. Very different from the 6-star. I wonder why they don't make it more in theme. I think maybe to appeal to more people. Could it be? I don't know if there's a plot to this one. It doesn't seem to be. And then, of course, we also have a 4-star. This has a little bit of a cyber look. Again, completely different from the other two. And you know what? I like it. Ooh, I thought it said WC, which is toilet in Dutch. So... but I think it says Vienna probably, or something alike. The shoes are very cyber-y. She has these like bright tights with a gradient in there, colors on the knee pads, little shorts built in. Yeah, very cyber-y. Maybe it is a WC. And headphones are kind of cute. Earrings have that same tag on it. I don't think the hair is included. The hair seems like something we already have. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it is cute for a 3-star cyber. We don't really get too much cyber these days, I think. It's been a minute, at least. So it's cute. It's alright. I like the colors. The original colors are very complimentary with the purple and the pastels here. I think it's pretty cute. So that's our 4-star. Then our SSR is none other than Gerald himself. Oh, what the fuck? Why does he have cat ears? I can't. What? Again, chokers. So this is the first one. This has to be the first Gerald card I absolutely do not like. And I have the one in the maid costume. I mean, he always sounds hot, so that doesn't really make a difference. Alright, let's hear this one too. Oh, that was it. I don't know, I'm not into cat boys, so I don't know why the world's on fire either. Like, what's going on? I don't know, but for my fellow fans, what do we think? Because I don't know. I could never refuse you on the wasteland created by endless snowy nights. Snowy again? What's with the snow? What's with the Christmas? You are each other's only light. You choose to burn awake or live in ignorance. You and Gu Shuang find a way out of this desperate situation. Is he gonna rescue us? So yeah, that's I don't know. That's Gerald. Now let's have a look at our decom, of course. With the 6 stars are always also a background. They don't really showcase it, but I think someone posted it here. Okay, because here we have the 3 items. We're gonna look at it in a second. But then here someone says the Decom background is so beautiful, why not show it? And they have this really small picture with a tree. So I don't know where they got this from. I don't know 100% sure if this is what we're gonna be getting, but I wonder where they got it from. But if it is, okay, I'm gonna judge it right now as it is. That's a good background. It's not that crazy, but the lighting looks really, really pretty. You can see it here on the character too with the lights on the side. Lighting is very important since that's like locked to the background. Gorgeous tree with the ribbons. I think it will go gorgeous with the set as well. So yeah, are we gonna get this background? Let's hope so. Then we have Decom 5-star dress. It is a very classic dress, I think, cottagecore, right? We got the lacing, we got the ribbons, we got the flare out, we got the roses again. Okay, we're getting a little bit repetitive with the same flower. There's more flowers out there, but what do I know? And I like that the tulle layer, like the sheer layer on top, has the little crackling, which almost seems like the branches of the rose. Very nice touch. Lacing with a deep blue and an extra strip of fabric. Here you can see it a little bit better on the side. I don't know if I love the like arms with this because I feel like it's a little bit costumey, but I love the skirt of this dress. And I also kind of like this waist piece with a little flare and a little pearl around. It's quite pretty. So it does seem that the gloves are connected to the dress in a whole piece, even though they don't seem to be physically connected, but as an item it does seem to be, because else they wouldn't put it in the picture, I think. So very unique dress. It is definitely different from the usual Decom. I think they sometimes are a little bit more simple, so this is a quite good one. Then we have a 5-star handheld item, which is a big old leaf, and they dressed it up in a little fairy set as well. It's nice because it has a gradient, so we have yellow and then the blue on the inside and then the stem. There's also this effect with the dragonflies off coming in, but I think that might actually be connected to it, because if you look at the little preview picture here, we can see this weird little streak of glitter as well, like they just brushed it in with a pen. But also the dragonflies here on the side and a little droplet, so also water on the top. That's a cute touch, the water on there. That's cute. They didn't have to do that, and they still did. I guess it's a 5-star, so maybe. But very gorgeous piece. And then lastly, we also have this, I think, other handheld items. They don't really do 2 double handhelds before, but alright. Other handheld is a big lotus that's blooming, like a droplet inside of a lotus, which I think is cool. It has a little pointy on the top, so maybe it's like an encapsulation of something, maybe her love, her feelings, her soul. What could it be? Yeah, it's very pretty, but I don't know. I feel like the most usable item would either be the dress or the leaf personally, but they all have their own personal vibe to it. That was all that is confirmed for the upcoming 6-star, for at least for the CNF server. Hopefully we're getting this soon, but again, we have to wait until the announcement to see if we will. Now let's quickly have a look at a couple of things that they showcased in that live stream that I think we will maybe be getting, things that looked exciting to me. Starting off about the dyeing system, I think that again, they took inspiration from Infinity Nikki, but they're adding I think a random button to it, so you can get more random colors added to it. And I also think that they're adding a overall dyeing and a dye batch option, so you can select all and then you press one color and all your 15 dye areas will have the same colors, which now thinking about it, like it's about time that we get that. Or batch dyeing, so you select multiple and then you click on the button. I think that's going to be really good. Also, they are saying that they're going to be highlighting when you clicked on something. Highlighting flashing prompt, ordinary dye iris will now flash bling bling, and the feedback is super eye-catching, so I think it's easier to see what you're exactly dyeing. I already felt like it was better to do in Life Makeover than in Nikki, so I'm excited to see if this is going to be even more convenient. But they have a little showcase here on the beautiful mermaid set here on different dyes. I think it's just dyes. I don't think this is actually like looking at anything, right? We knew these dyes existed already, but I'm excited to see if we're gonna be getting that too. Then next up is something I'm not sure how I feel about. They added the little lychee cat mascot, I think last live stream that they did, and they announced it was kind of like the thing that they're gonna be doing more, but they're adding this as a pet, and they will add it with their own DeepSeek AI, so you can start talking to it. I'm not gonna lie, this is not probably a game feature that I'm gonna be using. I don't see who this is for, right? I don't know. They're just hyping up an AI bot here, and I don't know for what, right? Here you have the little chat bot, you got your leech in the middle. I don't know if this is going to be CN only. That could be, possibly. I don't know how the regulations are for the global, but I can't read what they're saying, so whatever it is, it could be interesting. It could not be. I don't know. And then lastly, they announced the 3.0 from character creation, which is pretty exciting. They're announcing first up a new customization for skins, so you can make different subsurfaces, allowing to truly penetrate the skin, revealing natural blood color from the inside out. So I don't know if they're putting veins underneath our characters so you can make the skin clear. Is that what that means? I don't know. They're adding microscopic details, faint blood vessels in the back of the hand, the fingernails and the fingerprints, or bloody textures in the instep. Every place makes their existence real, too real. Maybe a little bit, we're going maybe a little bit overboard here, but appreciate the effort. They also announced a new customization for makeup, which is really cool. In the video, they're also going to show it that you can move around stuff where you like it, which I think is really interesting and actually kind of customizable, because I do have a few pieces that I'm like don't liking the position of, but I do like the item, so excited to use that myself if we will be getting this. Then there will also be new face options like eyelid shape, pupil distance, eyeball height, and stuff like that. If they're gonna add this, yeah, I'm gonna try and recreate myself. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I can give it a go, right? If it's like that specific, I want to give it a try. And they will add inside of the optimization of their making of your character menu options to do a side smile, blink, and all that stuff to see if like anything's like looking weird and funky after you finish your outfit, because she always keeps a straight face, so you can test it all out, which is really good, and you can undo it pretty easily. From bone structure, skin, charm to makeup, face pinch 3.0 optimizes the overall process smoothly. So let's have a quick look here at the video as well. I don't know if we can see the blood vessels in this. But there should be better skin textures as well. Oh. Okay, so this is now, which is more like cartoony, and they really want to go the full realism route. How do you feel about that? I think it's pretty. Actually, I kind of like it. I'm down for it, okay? I just hope they keep both options, you know? Okay, feet now, feet after. So I think it's something to do with the shading. That's crazy. Look at that back ankle, bro. That looks real. And then here, an example of moving around the makeup, stretching it, all that, which I can't wait. Turning around. Same as with that little butterfly, because I'm pretty sure that one's always like on her forehead. And now you can move it around. Stretching it. So you can do some really creative things with this. I can't wait. And then opacity as well. Look, she put it on her face. It's very, very promising. I'm really excited for all this. I really hope we get any of this I just showed. But wait, there's more. I'm not quite sure what this one is, okay? I do want to talk about it because I love talking about my man in this game. But they're adding, I think, like a Love and Deep Space kind of vibe to it. I think the translation is very poor because I'm not quite sure what it means, but it says here, the male protagonist's inner roll-in is on. The progress of the new character upgrade is public. The heart is going to be overloaded. As you can see, the unrestricted and free wide world of Life Makeover, the male protagonist has never stopped, and now the war has even burned to the character. Like, what does that even mean? But it says this upgrade is by no means simple change of clothes. We have only one goal: to make each male protagonist more vivid and more three-dimensional. So I don't know if they're gonna 3D render these men. They better don't mess up, alright? He looks different here. They do look different. Larry doesn't look like Larry. Ooh. But he doesn't look more 3D. Is this like an overall makeover they're getting? Roy's got a long neck. Bro, his shoulders start here, yeah? And they gave Sean like way more of the anime eyes, so I'm wondering if we're gonna get any of this as well. I would assume so, but I don't know if I like it any better. They've got massive necks now. I'm looking at it. What is this? His neck. Like the same size as his head. That's crazy work. And I feel like Gerald is not that bad. He's like, stop right there, but it's still like a unit of a neck makeover. Can't wait to see it. That was everything that's coming soon. Let me know down below what you're thinking of all of things coming up. Are you gonna be pulling? Are you be skipping? Are you hoping that we're gonna get any of this other stuff that they just announced? I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!